I'm not going to tell you that you have time. You want me to tell you that you have time. But what I'm going to tell you is that I was in the same boat as you. My first proper serious girlfriend was when I was 21 and I'm 22 right now. And most people who talk to me don't believe me when I say this, but honest to God, it's true. In this video, I'm not going to dive into my experiences with women. I'm very reluctant to share those anyways, but in this video, I'm going to tell you some things that you need to keep in mind if you are 20-year-old and you've not yet had your first girlfriend. So what I've seen happen with 20-year-olds who don't have girlfriend is that they flip in one of two extremes. Either they find one girl who will just settle for them and they will stay with them for the rest of their life, marry them, have kids with them, and make themselves believe that they're happy, or they become fucking studs. They become the guys who will like run through thousands of women in their lifetime. And the guys who have been with the largest amount of women had their first girl very late. When I was in Bali, I met this guy. He goes by the name Mystery, and if you have ever read the book The Game was written about him. He's a pickup artist and he's probably slept with few thousand, if not more than 10,000 women in his lifetime. And he, as a career, at the age of 60, he still teaches guys how to get laid. Now, I'm not telling you to go to that extreme, but the funny thing about Mystery is that he lost his virginity at the age of 22. If you're a 20-year-old and you're single, there's probably one of two reasons, right? One is that's involuntary and one is voluntary. If it's voluntary, I completely respect you. And as long as you're not fooling yourself and making yourself believe that, I'm going to work hard, and as long as you have female attention and you choose not to take it, that's great. I believe that if I had spent my time just with one girl for the last few years, as opposed to, running around and playing the game, I would definitely be further ahead, because one good girl always beats large number of women. That being said, most likely you're in the other category. Most likely either you're deluding yourself to believe that the reason you don't have women in your life is because you're focusing on work, or even if you know the fact that the reason you don't have women is because of some personality defect in yourself, you're somehow kind of accepting that. Now, if you've voluntarily chosen to not spend your time interacting with women, I think you're making a mistake. I truly believe that women in your life will change your perspective on things. Women will change your viewpoints on a lot of things, and understanding how women think, because they think completely different from men, understanding how women think will make you a more successful entrepreneur. They'll make you a more successful employee. They'll make you better at anything you want to do. Understanding how other people think in general is a very, very important trait for someone who becomes successful. It doesn't matter if you're doing marketing. It doesn't matter if you're writing code. You need to understand how other people think. And the easiest way to get this skill is by dating and talking to multiple women. The biggest mistake that you are about to make is that you're about to settle. And if you feel like you're about to settle, here's a guide for you, right? So the way that you figure out if you're settling or if she's actually the one, and if it's your emotions that are kind of deluding your realities, you go through your old chats. You go and see how it was like talking to her when you first met her. Was she giving you attention when she was dating someone else? Was she talking to you for years and, trying to get something out of you? Or was she just a nice person who enjoyed being around you? You just need to figure out, and I think honestly, it's very difficult for me to explain how to exactly make that decision. But if you go through the earlier chats, it kind of wipes that screen of delusion that you have right now. Now, a lot of you are expecting me in this video to give you some dating advice, and I'm just going to do that for sake of it. The first thing that you need to internalize is that dating is a game of volumes. And no, I don't mean ask out 10,000 women and one will say yes. I mean that every girl you ask out and every girl you talk to, you learn something. And if you talk to enough girls over a particular period of time, you will definitely become better at this art. Dating is a skill. It's not something that people are naturally born with. Yes, there are some people who naturally have good charisma and good game, but even those people have got it because of how they were conditioned in their childhood, because of how they were socialized as kids. Odds are, if you're watching this video, you're probably a sociopath like I am, and you do not have that charisma and skill, especially when talking to women. So honestly, if you just spend your time talking to multiple women without any intention of dating them, without any intention of, sleeping with them or anything like that, it will definitely help you learn about how women think and how you can change your mindset. If I look at the period of time before I had my first girlfriend, and if I look at my period of time after I had my first girlfriend, I can see a huge mindset shift, not just in my confidence, but my ability to be liked by people, my ability to talk to strangers, my ability to talk to strangers who are women. Like honestly, before I had my first girlfriend, it used to be very daunting to me to talk to even stranger women in a professional setting. But after that, it kind of, the whole game has changed, and my whole charisma, and I'm much more laid back. I'm much less, neurotic. I don't keep beating myself up. And this is something that you probably need as well, especially if you're trying to get into entrepreneurship or a high value career. Lastly, there's this old saying, when you're wearing rose colored glasses, red flags only look like flags. So you need to be very, very logical. How I like to do it is I like to think about what my logical decision would be at a given time and what my emotional decision would be at a given time. And I will try to make a decision as to which decision I should focus on. Now, I know these are all things that you say, and in the end, every decision is an emotional decision. But at least if I have the knowledge that, logically I should not be with this person, then in hindsight, I can tell myself your logic was right, and, you probably shouldn't have made the emotional decision in the first place. I know this video is slightly different. I try to not talk too much about women and dating and stuff, but a lot of you guys like talking about this topic. I don't understand why. If you want to know more about my opinions on college and career, please leave me a comment below and also give me feedback on how to improve the quality of my videos. Thank you.